AI surveillance cameras, or flock cameras, as you've heard a lot about recently, raising new questions across the country and right here in Arizona about police oversight, privacy, and what happens to the data they collect.
And the question is, who sets the rules for how that information is used? Fox 10's Jacob Luthi has been looking into this all week, and he found one lawmaker who's been trying to pass new guardrails in the State House. Jacob.
Yeah, in just 1 week, 2 Arizona officers have resigned over alleged misuse of this technology. One agency has scrapped its program entirely. Others are now investigating. And State Senator Kevin Payne tells me he saw the need for stronger oversight months ago, introducing a bill he says would have put more guardrails in place, but lawmakers didn't pass it.
Right now, we're the Wild West. And I thought if we could get a little bit of guardrails up there, that would be a big plus.
Back in January, Republican State Senator Kevin Payne introduced Senate Bill 1111. It looked to provide guardrails for law enforcement agencies who use automated license plate reader technology. The bill, in part, would have required training for every user, tracked every search, including who accessed the data, when and why, and made intentional misuse a Class 6 felony.
If you're going to abuse the system, you need to get more than fired. You need to go to jail, in my opinion.
Payne says the bill, written with broad law enforcement support, failed on the Senate floor in March. Now the fallout is spreading across Arizona. Goodyear and Surprise are investigating possible misuse. The Pinal County Sheriff discontinued his agency's program, saying Fourth Amendment rights must come first. And officers in Apache Junction and Chandler have resigned after using the technology to search for family members, with Apache Junction Police Chief saying Monday he supports tougher rules.
Right now, it's not a crime. In my opinion, should it be? Absolutely. I would love to see that if this was accessed intentionally for personal use, it should be a crime.
As law enforcement agencies re-examine their policies, a bigger question remains. Is the problem the technology itself or how it's being used? Former Assistant U.S. Attorney Josh Colesrud says it's both, because the concern, he says, isn't just what these cameras capture, but how much can be learned from that data.
When you see the flock cameras, it's a little different because your behavior is stored in a supercomputer somewhere, and it's shared with every law enforcement agency in the United States. And any one of those law enforcement agencies could just type up your name or license plate and discover every pattern that you have in your life.
But Colesrud says that same capability can be a powerful tool for investigators, something he's seen firsthand while tracking patterns of human and drug traffickers. And that's where he says the balance gets difficult.
Do the LPRs or flock cameras help prevent crime? The answer is yes, emphatically yes. But it comes with a cost. There's also a huge potential of misuse with that type of power.
Now, State Senator Payne tells me he's going to try to build on that failed bill and introduce a similar one in the future. But tonight, we're also putting that question to you. We've asked, do you believe the safety benefits of these cameras outweigh the privacy concerns? Now, right now, you can see on your screen, yes, you're saying the benefits are worth it. That's at 30%. No, concerns are too high at 70%. And some of you, or I guess none of you, saying only with more guardrails, that is at 0%. Now, if you want to weigh in, you can head to fox10phoenix.com/poll, then click Fox 10 News to vote. Again, we'll have more of those results later in this show. Jacob Luthi, Fox 10 News.
All right, Jacob, thank you.